feature to fix this picture. Vinayak, there's a lot of noise in my background, so what we'll do is we will use the audio erase feature. Hello and welcome. You're watching 6 Stories at 6 with me, Tanisha Awasthi.
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Hello and welcome. You're watching 6 Stories at 6 and I am Tanisha Awasthi. It's been a newsy day today, and just in case you have missed out on the agenda setting stories, here's a quick roundup of that. Donald Trump has given a global headline on Indian sellouts. This is his third response and in 3 days, and that statement has sparked a huge political debate here in India. Now today, India and Pakistan held a flag meeting after 4 years after repeated cross-border firing by Pakistan, and India's response has been extremely stern. Meanwhile, in Manipur, there are incidents of sporadic violence in the state, and we'll tell you what the situation is right now. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, that we break the education barriers. We'll tell you about the latest row between Education Minister and the Stalin government. In Maharashtra, all seems to be not well within the Mahayuti. Eknath Shinde's statement has sparked further speculations on that. And in Bihar, a student was shot dead, one was injured, and the reason will shock you. It was over an exam hall cheating. So these are the 6 stories that we will get to you on this edition. But first, let's start up with our top focus. United States President Donald Trump has made 3 statements in 3 days on USAID funding in Indian elections. This has become a global headline on Indian sellouts. Donald Trump repeated his criticism about the $21 million United States government funding for India, while global aid agency USAID in 2012 for voter turnout, calling it a kickback scheme.
And $21 million for voter turnout in India. Why are we caring about India turnout? We got enough problems. We want our own turnout, don't we? Can you imagine all that money going to India? I wonder what they think when they get it. Now, it's a kickback scheme. You know, it's not like they get it and they spend. They kick it back to the people that send it, I would say, in many cases. Many of these cases, anytime you have no idea what we're talking about, that means there's a kickback, because nobody has any idea what's going on there. $29 million to strengthen the political landscape in Bangladesh. Nobody knows what they mean by political landscape. What does that mean?
Now, what Donald Trump said in Washington has sparked a huge political debate here in India, with the BJP and the Congress shifting the blame.
USAID की जो फंडिंग है, ये भारत में जो चुनावी प्रक्रिया है, इसमें हस्तक्षेप करने के लिए इस्तेमाल किया जा रहा था। और ये विदेशी शक्तियां जो हैं, ये भारत की चुनावी प्रक्रिया में हस्तक्षेप करती हैं कि कैसे देश का गौरव, विश्व के सर्वोच्च लोकप्रिय नेता नरेंद्र मोदी जी को हटाया जाए।
कल मेरे वरिष्ठ सहयोगी ने, जयराम रमेश जी ने मांग की है कि एक श्वेत पत्र जारी किया जाए। हम उस मांग को दोहराते हैं। हम यह भी पहले बता दें आपको कि वैश्विक भागीदारी विकास एजेंसीज, जो ग्लोबल फंडिंग एजेंसीज होती हैं, उनको हम तो नहीं मानते गलत। लोकतंत्र में आपसी सहयोग होता है, उसका दुरुपयोग है या सदुपयोग है, व्हाइट पेपर निकालिए, मालूम पड़ेगा। हम भी एक ब्लैक पेपर जल्दी निकाल देंगे, फिर हम भी बताएंगे आपको।
Joining me on the broadcast is KP Fabian. He's a former diplomat. Sir, Trump has made 3 statements in just 3 days. It has sparked a huge political storm here in India. The question is it now time to name and shame these Indian sellouts?
Thank you. I am absolutely, what shall I say, confused. Let me tell you, on 16th, Elon Musk made the statement, 16th of February. And Indian Express came out with a story today. I would like you and your readers to have a look at it. That means Indian Express must have completed its investigation yesterday, 20th. And it made it clear the so-called 21 million which is being mentioned was given to Bangladesh. And that it was given through an agency called Consortium for Election and Political Process Strengthening, CEPPS. And that since 2008, nothing had been done in India by this CEPPS. Okay? And so, one more thing. This was done by Elon Musk, whose Department for Governmental Efficiency. Now, if this is the efficiency of Elon Musk's department, incidentally, it's not even a department. You know that. It is, not a properly constituted department. It's a misnomer. If something which was given to Bangladesh is confused by them for something which they say was given to India, what can one say? And
right,
for
sir.
Donald Trump to repeat it again and again, I'm sorry, I'm mystified.
Right, sir. KP Fabian, thank you very much for sharing your views on that and speaking to Republic. Meanwhile, we move on to the other stories that we are tracking now. After 4 years, India and Pakistan held a flag meeting along the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir's Poonch district in an effect to ease tension after several recent incidents of cross-border firing and an IED attack. The meeting saw India take a firm stand, emphasizing that while peace is a priority, any ceasefire violations or misadventures from Pakistan will be met with a strong response.
The Indian and Pakistan armies held a crucial flag meeting along the line of control today. The meeting went down in the Poonch sector of Jammu and Kashmir earlier today. The meeting took place in the backdrop of recent cross-firing incidents and unprovoked ceasefire violations in the area. The flag meeting also came in the aftermath of an IED blast in the Poonch sector, which claimed the lives of 2 soldiers. The meeting was held between the brigadier-level delegations of the 2 armies in the Chakandabag area along the LOC.
This was one of those meetings that was a high-stake meeting, and in this meeting the key agendas that were discussed, the key points that came into discussion, the first was the Pakistan ceasefire violation, second was the attempt of the Pakistan to push in terrorists into the Indian territory, and the third point was that the Pakistan should not allow its land to be used against the interest of the India. The fourth point that India made it amply clear to the Pakistan that if there is any provocation from the Pakistan side, that will be met with the same fate. And as we report from the ground zero on the line of control, this 75-minute long meeting holds significance as both sides have agreed to maintain the ceasefire.
According to top sources privy to the meeting, India warned Pakistan against future ceasefire violations. India also told Pakistan to refrain from using its soil to abet activities inimical to Indian interests. Not mincing words, the Indian delegation said any future misadventure would be met with the full might of the Indian forces. As India sends out a clear message, the big question is, will Pakistan behave?
I'm being joined by retired Major General A.K. Sivach with me on the broadcast. General Sivach, India has made a stand very clear that we will not be very, very quiet on what is told to be cross-border firing. Attempts had been made in the Pakistan in the past as well. India this time yet again making their stand very clear.
As far as ceasefire is concerned, it was basically started in 2021. It is holding on for 4 years. But what happened is Pakistan want to send the terrorists inside Jammu and Kashmir. Now, as far as the area north of Pir Panjal concerned, in Kashmir Valley, there are passages which are closed, the snow has taken place there. But the south of Pir Panjal, especially in Poonch area, where the snowfall is not much, they are trying to push the terrorists, and they have tried 3-4 times. Whenever there is a ceasefire violation, it is basically an attempt by the Pakistani post to push the terrorists inside Jammu and Kashmir, because that is the way they give the cover. And then they have been also using IEDs where our 2 soldiers were have become martyred, and also they are using a sniper weapon to target our Jawans on the LOC. Now the point which India has made it clear that if they violate ceasefire and they try to push the terrorists, there will be a robust response which will be given. In fact, as per my own sources, there are rumors that there are 2 posts of Pakistan have been completely wiped off. Our action was very robust. We have fired there, and the 2 posts which were basically aiding infiltration inside in India has been completely wiped off due to the air power and also the firepower which was utilized by Indian forces. Now, this is a stern message to the Pakistan that in case they violate ceasefire and in case they try to push the terrorists inside Indian territory, we will respond to you in a very firm manner. I think this lesson has gone very strong. Now, as far as Pakistan is concerned, do they want this ceasefire to be basically become active, or in the sense, do they want this border to become active? Of course not, because they are now basically got involved in the western sector in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, where TTP is hitting them hard, and also Balochistan Liberation Army is hitting them in Balochistan. So they don't want their eastern sector, the eastern border, to become activate. So it is in their interest that they follow the ceasefire. But the point today is Pakistan, you cannot believe what they say. At the same time, when they want a peace on the border, they are trying to push the terrorists. And they have tried, because there are about 234 terrorists which are sitting on launch pad, which are about 27, starting from Jammu and Kashmir, going up to Kashmir Valley. So one has to be very alert, but we have given them a very strong message. If you violate ceasefire, India is going to respond to you in a very stern manner. And in case the posts which are aiding and abetting the basically infiltration, that post will be targeted, and the amount of firepower which we have, we will wipe off that post. I think the message is clear. See, I commanded a brigade in line of control in Machal sector. I remember now clearly, whenever the Pakistani used to do a ceasefire violation, they were trying to pump in the terrorists. But our response used to be so strong that we used to wipe up that post.
Absolutely,
and we find that after some time, they stopped doing this. The same lesson has to again go as far as Pakistan is concerned, because Pakistan is one country. What it says and what it does are 2 different things.
Right. I think the message is very clear from India's side that we will not tolerate any terror activities on the soil of India. Thank you very much, General Sivaj, for speaking to Republic. Meanwhile, we move on to the other stories that we're tracking. Now, demonstrators across Manipur's Imphal Valley burnt tires in the middle of the road to protest the arrest of village volunteers in Kakching district. Security personnel arrested more than 10 village volunteers in an early morning operation at Panjao in the district, and later took them to security forces camp at Funderi in Thobal district. Now remember, this comes after Governor A.K. Balla had ordered that everybody who has arms must give up upon them. Soon after, there were violence that took place in several districts of Manipur, which also included Imphal, the capital. The situation, however, is under control now. But remember, this comes months after there was ease in the valley. There are tensions that have brewed up yet again in the state of Manipur. Moving on, the national education policy has become a matter of contention between the union government and the Tamil Nadu government. Chief Minister Stalin has rejected the national education policy and urged to release rupees 2,152 crore in Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan funds. Also criticized Union Education Minister for remarking that funds will not be released until the government implements the policy.
The controversy centering the implementation of new education policy in Tamil Nadu has taken a new turn. Chief Minister M.K. Stalin has written to PM Modi urging for immediate release of funds for the Samagra Shiksha Abhiyan. Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, while replying to Stalin, said that funds will not be released unless Tamil Nadu implements new education policy. However, Dharmendra Pradhan also said that the letter was not written in good spirit. He further said that the letter was full of political motivation.
Mr. M.K. Stalin has written a letter to Honorable Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi. He has written the letter not in a good spirit, and his letter is full of political motivation.
Meanwhile, Tamil Nadu Deputy CM Udayanidhi Stalin has said that the state is asking for finances, which is its right. The new education policy introduced by the centre in 2020 has triggered controversy in the political circle of Tamil Nadu. The DMK leaders have charged the BJP government at the centre of introducing the three-language policy.
So it's a failure model. It is nothing but it is not the policy of the Indian government. It is a policy of the RSS, which they are not supposed to impose that.
DMK has also charged that the BJP is trying to push Hindi in Tamil Nadu, while BJP has refuted this allegation, calling it a blatant lie.
It is a blatant lie. When more number of students in private schools are studying a third language as a medium, why are you denying it to a government school?
Now the letter of Chief Minister M.K. Stalin to the PM over fund release has added fuel to the fire.
There have been reports of rift between Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde and Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis. Now, Shinde's non-attendance at key government meetings has further fueled speculations amid the ongoing rift rumours. Shinde's latest statement has sparked huge speculations, and it just reflects that all is not well in the Mahayuti.
ये तो मैंने पहले ही कहा है, जिन्होंने मुझे हल्के में लिया है, मैं एक कार्यकर्ता हूँ, सामान्य कार्यकर्ता हूँ, लेकिन बाला साहब और दिगे साहब का कार्यकर्ता हूँ, ये समझ के मुझे सबने लेना चाहिए। और इसलिए जब हल्के में लिया तो 2022 में टांगा पलटी कर दिया, सरकार को बदल दिया, आम लोगों के मन की सरकार को हमने लाया वहाँ पर, और डबल इंजन की जो लोग चाहते थे, डबल इंजन की सरकार चली। और देखो, मैंने उस वक्त कहा था विधानसभा के पहले मेरे भाषण में कि मैं और देवेंद्र जी 200 से ज़्यादा सीटें लाऊंगा, तो 232 सीट आई है। और इसलिए मुझे हल्के में मत लेना, ये इशारा जिनको समझना है वो समझ ले।
It's time for us to slip into a short break, but after the break we'll tell you why law and order is in shambles in the state of Bihar.
So the surprising thing is that the so-called defenders of democracy, which are the United States, European countries, seem to just be oblivious that a huge chunk of the democratic model has come undone, right? Which is a real problem.
देश दुनिया के बड़े बड़े ताकतवर लोग मोदी को हटाने के लिए एकजुट हो गए हैं, लेकिन ये नारी शक्ति का आशीर्वाद है, मातृशक्ति का आशीर्वाद है, आपका सुरक्षा कवच है कि मोदी हर चुनौती से टकराते हुए चलता जा रहा है। कांग्रेस वालों का और दुनिया में बैठी कुछ ताकतों का माथा गर्म हो जाता है। अगर भारत शक्तिशाली हो गया तो कुछ ताकतों का खेल ही बिगड़ जाएगा। आज अगर भारत आत्मनिर्भर बन गया तो कुछ ताकतों की दुकान बंद हो जाएगी। इसलिए वो भारत में कांग्रेस और इंडी गठबंधन की कमजोर सरकार चाहते हैं। ऐसी कांग्रेस सरकार जो आपस में लड़ती रहे, जो घोटाले करती रहे, साथियों, कांग्रेस का इतिहास सत्ता के लालच में देश को तबाह करने का रहा है।
And $21 million for voter turnout in India. What do we need to spend $21 million for voter turnout in India? Wow, $21 million. I guess they were trying to get somebody else elected. Well, we ought to tell the Indian government.
Call for entries, Category 4. Don. Call for entries, Category 4. Equity and Empowerment.
I'm delighted to hear of this new project which Republic TV is bringing to India. India is full of talent. Indian youth is perhaps the most promising asset of the world, not just of India. They need their moment in the sun. They need to be recognized, they need to be identified, and yes, they need to be praised. And I'm sure that this event organized by Republic will do all three for the younger generation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight I come to you with a major network announcement. And this is something that we have been all planning and working on at the Republic Media Network for a while now. On how we can use your beloved network and an influential platform like Republic to build a limitless India. As of now, 900 million of you worldwide are believers in the Republic Media Network. 900 million cumulatively, that is more than the population of 99% of the countries on this planet. So what can you and we at Republic do together, dear viewers? You who are the real strength of Republic. You are Republic and we are your voice. Dear viewers, it is you who are the real propellers of this spectacular phoenix-like growth of Bharat. It is you who are the vox populi, the voice of a people, which is the voice of God. It is you who are the Yuva Shakti-driven firepower of India. How can your very own news network work together with you to bring in your brilliant young vision to create a limitless India? A limitless India of unclaimed horizons, a limitless India of unlimited hope, a limitless India of dauntless energy, a limitless India of relentless effort, a limitless India of ceaseless continuity, because after centuries of domination, we have cast aside all the shackles to limitlessly free our fortune and decide our destiny. And that is why tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I am so proud to announce a grand plenary, a gigantic thought leadership forum driven by your boundless potential, by the boundless potential of our youth. There's a barcode on your screen as we speak. Scan it and send in your brilliant ideas for a limitless India. Let's work together on this. The most visionary pitch decks of this youth hackathon of this youth hackathon will be showcased before none other than the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, at the Bharat Mandapa. The Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi has kindly consented to be the chief guest at the Republic Plenary 2025 on the 6th of March. And we are so happy about that. There are 9 categories you can pitch your deck on: science, technology and space, digital economy, AI and machine learning, deep tech and semiconductors, and of course, grand strategy and geopolitics, sustainable.
A class 10 student was shot dead and 2 others were injured in Bihar's Rohtas district after 2 groups of students clashed over allegations of cheating during examination. Here's a news package on that.
A class 10 student was shot dead in Bihar's Sasaram district in broad daylight, while another one was injured in a dispute over alleged exam hall cheating. What started as a physical confrontation soon escalated into a fatal shootout when the alleged victim refused to cheat during the exams. Whilst the victim Amit Kumar succumbed to the injuries, his friend Sanjeet Kumar remains critical as he battles for life in hospital. Soon after the incident, the family of the deceased student launched a protest threatening to block a local highway till justice was meted. While the police scrambled to quell the protesters, situation remains tense in Bihar.
ये दोहट थाना क्षेत्र का मामला है। ये सेंट एन्स बुजान स्कूल में ये छात्र को आपस में एक गोलीबारी हुआ था। उसी में एक छात्र को पैर में लगा था और एक छात्र को पीठ में लगा था और उसमें से जब इलाज के क्रम में एक छात्र का मृत्यु भी हुआ था।
The incident brings to light the abject state of law and order in Bihar, with violent shootouts and scuffles erupting in the state every passing day, one after another.
Since the video is too long, I will transcribe and then summarize it for you. Hi, I am Abhishek Kapoor and you are watching Republic TV.